Hey, what is up, guys? Blunt Cuts here. This is a Watcher of Realms video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. We've got a badass weekend of summoning coming right now. It feels like they're just stacking these ancient banners over and over again. Every 2 weeks, we've got like S-tier heroes coming out. About a month and a half ago, we had Valderon and Ymira. A month ago, we had Praetus. 2 weeks ago, we had Ingrid. Now we've got Cyrus on a banner. This is probably, I mean, it's a real statement about the number of amazing banners that we've had in the past month and a half or so, that this is probably the least exciting of those banners. But for me personally, I have wanted a Cyrus forever. And so despite the fact that I was thinking that I would probably just save my ancients for an extended period of time again, build up another stockpile, that's not going to be the case. I've got about 85 of them. I will be summoning them on Saturday morning, so please do tune in for that. But it's not the only thing we've got going on. We've got 2x on both the rare summons as well as on legendary summoning. So not a bad time to be summoning at all. I know this is a much maligned banner because we have it so much, but honestly, I think this is probably your best bet in a lot of cases, unless you have like A5s of all the common bucket heroes, which is almost nobody does unless you're a huge whale. Then this is still a solid place to summon. There are a lot of really good, strong common bucket heroes. They're not flashy, but there's some really important ones that do get used in a lot of endgame comps. So not a bad time to summon if you are so inclined. Personally, I am going to be saving. I think that there's going to be a lesson arrogance around the corner at some point in the next 3 months or so, and I want to try to do my best to save. I'm bad at it, though. I'm really bad at saving, so I don't know that that's going to happen, but that's my hope. I would love to be able to go into that with, you know, a bunch of summons. Like, I'd like to be able to summon like 1,000 times on that banner and hopefully get myself an arrogance finally. It has been far too long since I started playing this game. I've been wanting that guy since I knew who he was. I wanted that guy in my account, and I can't get him, as many of you know. Many of you know that is kind of like my white whale. So I'm looking forward to that banner. But the big ticket item for this weekend is undoubtedly this special ancient summoning banner here. Cyrus, Uredin, Pelagios, 3 fantastic heroes. Well, 2 fantastic heroes, and another one that has a very, very limited use, but he is the best at it in the game. And so I'm going to start off with Cyrus here. He is the frontliner on this banner, obviously. Crazy range on him. He's just take a look at it. Heroes details. He's amazing. Honestly, probably the tankiest unit in the game right now. Base HP is 28,000, a little bit over 28,000, which is not incredibly high, but but still very, very solid. Defense 3,200, magic resist 684, but who really cares about that? Very high cost. He's a 25 cost tank, which is not great. 3 block, that's pretty standard, and all this stuff doesn't really matter all that much. But I love this guy. I don't have him on my main. I have him on my free-to-play account on the Forerunner server, and he is just the most versatile hero that I think exists in this game. You can build him as a damage dealer, and he does really solid damage, really solid AoE damage. He has that crazy long range, 4 tiles in front of him, which is incredible. He also is the tankiest hero in the game because of, where is it? Where is that skill? Where is that skill? This skill right here. So Lord of the Undead, when fully skilled up, 60% of incoming damage will be absorbed by the hero summons. When the hero receives failed damage, one of the summons will be sacrificed to resist the damage. And this is so amazing because he summons these skeletal fighters using his ultimate, which is only 550 cost when it is fully skilled up. I can't say enough good things about him. He's so good. And where he's amazing, really, the place where at endgame where he is amazing is in GvG, because he's nearly impossible to kill. If you pair him with somebody like Ezrin, oh my God, your opponents are in for a rough time. They're likely going to have to fly over him or run around him, but they are not going to be able to go through him. He is a properly built Cyrus is one of the hardest things to take down in GvG. That's why I want him. I've also got some really phenomenal esotericists that I don't really have a lord for because I have the Noma on my account, full disclosure, but what I don't have is a lord that I want to bring into GvG, where you have to be functional as a deployed unit, and Venoma is just not a good hero. Her bonus is great, but as a hero, she kind of sucks. So I want Cyrus. We can take a look at his Lord bonus because that is really solid as well. Obviously increases faction team members' attributes by 15%, like all the other legendary lords, but reduces faction team members' skill cost by 25%. That is amazing in GvG, again, because that means that there is less time in between ultimates, and it's harder to bait out ultimates. He just really enables a lot of really difficult to beat GvG comps. On top of that, when an ally is defeated or retreats, increases the damage of other faction team members by 25% for 8 seconds. Just beautiful. Cyrus, I want you. I need you. Get on my account, please. I'm going to be summoning until I get him or until I'm out of ancient summons. Probably the latter, based on my my history. But really, really good. As far as the other 2 units on the banner, Pelagios, I do have him, but I would love to get his Awakenings. He is a really solid hero. He's much better if you do have Praetus, full disclosure. So if you don't have Praetus, he's not going to do quite as much for you. In PvE content, he is really good as a Piercer. So if you've got an Iovar or an Aracha, then he can certainly function very well with that. Even if you don't, we're all going to be getting a new Piercer Lord in about 2 weeks anyway, assuming you are doing the shard summoning that's going on right now. We should all be getting a copy of the new epic Piercer Lord. So he will have a Lord on everybody's account, assuming they log into the game enough to get those events done and get those shards so that you can summon the new Piercer Lord. But Pelagios, great AoE, got some really cool crowd control. He also does a bunch of true damage, very unique kind of aspects to his kit. Really great in GvG, both as a AoE damage dealer as well as a control champion. And because he does true damage and he applies Radiant Erosion, he actually functions pretty solidly as a single target DPS as well. He's not going to be taking anything down on his own typically, at least not any high HP targets, but very, very solid. And then finally, we've got Uredin, who is like the ultimate disappointment. Everybody hyped him up when he first came out. Like, what was that, like 4 or 5 months ago? And everybody thought that he was going to be, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people thought that he was going to be like one of the best heroes in the game. I think that was during a time when Vierna was still considered like an amazing AoE mage. And she is really good. She's got her niche. But I think this execution thing that he's got going on was a little overblown. It didn't really manifest in game. He just doesn't do that much damage. And you would think he would, because, I mean, look at his base stats. He's got ridiculous base stats, and he's a magic damage dealer. 6.189 attack, which is insane for a magic damage dealer. We just looked at Cyrus, who, granted, is a tank, but is kind of an offensive tank, despite being like the most defensive unit in the game as well. But Cyrus had about 4,200 attack, and that's largely because he does magic damage. The only other magic damage dealing unit in the game, as far as I know anyway, maybe I'm forgetting one right now, but the only other one that has higher base attack than Uredin is Ingrid. That's right. And yet, we couldn't find 2 more polar opposite heroes. Uredin is trash. Ingrid is an MVP. But where Uredin is an MVP is as a stat stick for your demon soldiers. He is the best unit in the game for affiliating to demon soldiers. I can show you my Cyrus right now because I actually just finished my GvG attacks a little bit ago. This is A0 Cyrus, fully skilled up and in admittedly very, very good gear, but 113,516 battle power. Good God, man. That is insane at A0. The Awakenings, he only gets better. From what I've heard, he can get anywhere between like 125 to 130k battle power at A5, which is just bonkers. This kind of unit transforms the way that you can approach defenses in GvG. And so for me, even though I don't have any intention of ever deploying him anywhere, I really would love to get Awakenings and bump up this BP 2 or 3 more K. Would make a huge difference on my attacks and would really help me out and help my guild progress as well, because we're shooting for overlords. So that is that. But yeah, I really just a phenomenal weekend of summoning going on. Anyway, guys, I think that is going to do it for me. I do plan to summon this weekend. Please sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think about this upcoming banner. Are you going to be summoning? Are you holding out? Do you think there's something big coming on the horizon that we should really be saving our Ancients for? I think, obviously there's that rumored Nightmare Lord, that Ancient exclusive Nightmare Lord that might be coming out at some point in the future. We don't know when or if that's going to happen. And we have seen a couple of the leaked Ancient banners. I got to say, nothing in the immediate future looks like it's going to be all that appealing to me. I can't remember exactly what they are, but one of them that I did see was a Hars and Ardea banner, which, yeah, I no thank you for me. I've got my Ardea, so it's the easier decision for me, but I wouldn't want to be pulling on that banner regardless, because Hars is, in my opinion, the worst legendary lord in the game, and I have no desire to pull him on Ancients, let alone, you know, like I really any summon. Honestly, I just don't want him. Period. I mean, the stat boost would be nice, I guess, but I think Isolde is a better. It's honestly kind of a better lord than he is. So you know, that's just my opinion. I have faced some tough Hars out there, and I know I've seen Fastidious has pulled like 5 or 6 of them in a row. So yeah, my condolences on that. But in any case, guys, I do appreciate you tuning in. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. I will catch you all next time.